Whenever you're ready.
Alright, hi, I'm Geoffrey, and today I'm going to talk about high school system. What is the purpose of high school? Is it safe to say that its purpose is to prepare students for college? However, according to Outside the Beltway, an online journal that studied the readiness of college freshmen, shows that 75% of high school graduates are not ready for college, meaning 3 out of 4 students graduating high school were not ready. My major claim is high school does not prepare students well enough for college level courses. Here's my first claim. High school allows students to graduate with mediocre grades and make them believe that they're ready for college. Nowadays, students seem to be graduating high school because they have been going to school for 12 years rather than graduating because they're proven that they're ready for college through their academic performances. Why should high schools allow students to graduate with letter grades of C's and D's if those are the kinds of grades that get students kicked out of college? Studies from an online organization called the Center, which did a study on students graduating GPA, shows that 62% of students with a GPA of 1.5 graduate. The other 38% had attendance or behavioral problems, meaning that if they did not, 100% of students with a 1.5 GPA would have graduated high school. Students with such a low GPA should not meant to believe that they're ready for college. My second claim is higher level courses better benefit students for college. High schools make to believe courses such as advanced placements and honors seem like the most impossible level courses to take. I bought into the belief until I decided to take an honors level course for myself. I was no different than any other students taking regular college prep courses. I soon found out that the level of difficulty was not different. It was the same coursework, just slightly faster pace and a more in-depth lecture on the material. Shouldn't high schools enforce that level of education on all students to better prepare them for college, especially if it is the same course material? College Board states that honors classes are often offered the same curriculum as regular classes, but are tailored for higher achieving students, covering additional topics or some topics in greater depth, while advanced placement courses cover the information, skills, and assignment found in college. If high schools continue making students take college prep courses with low learning standards, then students will never be ready for college. Honors and advanced placements are the type of courses that prepare students for college. My third claim is, from a secondary part, is challenging courses are what prepare and allow students to be admitted into those colleges. One misconception is that students believe that their grade point average in college prep courses is perfect, thus meaning that they're ready for college level work and colleges will accept them. It's quite the opposite. High schools do not enforce higher learning, meaning that if they see students doing a great job in their college prep courses, they do not require them to take more challenging courses that will allow them to become more prepared for college. High schools should not teach students to master college prep courses, but encourage students to go above and beyond. Perhaps they should make any student who receives a grade of a B+ or higher in a course to take a higher level of the same course. They should do something, because the system high schools have now clearly demonstrates that students are not prepared for colleges. In conclusion, I address how high schools allow students to graduate with the same kind of grades and grade point averages that could get students expelled or put in probation by colleges. I also address how high school offer higher level courses to make students believe that it is near impossible to pass those classes. Instead, they encourage them to master college prep courses, which don't prepare anyone for college anyway. So why offer them? 75% of students are not ready for college, and it is because they were not prepared well enough for the high schools. In order to increase the number of students ready for college, high schools should stop handing over diplomas to any student who's attended high school for 12 years. And instead, they should focus on making the courses more rigorous and making sure that college prep courses are doing what they're supposed to do. Thank you.
All right. The rhetorical question is attention device was fine. You do state the claim. It's relatively clear. The secondary points are not previewed for the audience before you get into them. You just basically start with the first point. Your internal signposting is pretty clear, although I think the second point got a little bit buried. The third point, though, is pretty distinct. So that ought to be a little bit sharper. The best piece of evidence that you have is the one that you start with in your introduction. You come back to it a couple of times, about the 75%. And I think you need to show us that what percentage of high school graduates apply to college, because it sounds like you're making the assumption that only 75% are applicable, available for college. Maybe a large portion of those people who don't apply are in the other percentage that are not prepared. I think you've made some inferences about the numbers that are not quite clear. Also, I'm not exactly sure that people assume that because they've got a high school diploma that they are qualified for college. That seems to be a big presupposition here. The fact that the people are underprepared for which kind of college work, what kinds of decisions being made, what percentage of the population goes to college. I think that there is some argument here that is based on this notion that everybody should be going to college, and I think that that's a presupposition that needs some proof. You use your own experience as an example to show that the college prep classes are not particularly adequate, including the honors class, but I think that that's a pretty narrow piece of information in order to be making an inference off of. I think you need to have a little bit better data on either test scores or admissions to college for those students who complete college prep, or especially AP and honors courses. The problem with a lot of the supporting claims is that they are policy and value claims that are being used to try and support a claim of fact, and you get off on these tangents about what actions we ought to take, or what's right or wrong or just or fair, which doesn't tell us whether or not something works or doesn't work. If you're saying that the curriculum is insufficient to prepare students for college, that's fine. Then show us where the curriculum is lacking, how students are unable to succeed when they apply to college, and what kinds of things might fix it. That's what you need to be doing in your supporting points, and I think you get off on some other tangents there. All right, thank you.